Alright, welcome back to Mike's Gun World. It's been a while since we had a video up. We just got through gun deer season. We got a couple deer and we had to get those processed. I do all my processing and deboning and then grind my own meat, so I've been working on that for a while. We still have to finish up part 3 of the M1 carbine out on the range, but of course the weather turned on us and we're getting some cooler temperatures. We're going down into the single digits, and today we've got 50-mile-an-hour winds, so not a chance to get out on the range today. I don't mind the cold so much, but it's the wind. It's hard on the microphones. Next up in the World War II series, however, is the M1 Garand. So I thought I'd start this series before we get out on the range, and then when we do get a good range day, we'll get the M1 carbine out there and we'll get the M1 Garand out there. So today I want to go through just a quick video on disassembly of the M1 Garand, the bolt takedown. There's so much out there on the M1 Garand. There's a lot of great information and videos out there. I don't want to make a real long one today, but it is fairly easy to take it down. And then, in the second video, as usual, we'll put everything back together, show you the grease points on the M1 Garand. And like I said, once we get a little break in the weather, we're going to get back out on the range and we're going to shoot both the M1 carbine and the M1 Garand. All right, let's get going. Hey, if you're liking our videos, you're liking our content, please hit like, subscribe, leave some comments down below. I try to get back to you as quickly as possible. I always do appreciate the feedback. Also, don't forget to hit the little bell so you're notified every time we drop some new content. Finally, you can follow us on Facebook at Mike's Gun World. And if you need to reach me directly, you can hit me up at mikesgunworld@gmail.com. All of your support is always appreciated. Okay, now let's get to the video. All right, so the proper way to load and unload your M1 Garand. The M1 Garand uses an N-block clip that holds 8 rounds, and the clip fits into the internal magazine. And there is a specific way to do this. Take your op rod, open up the action. Then you want to take your clip, and it sits at the back of your action, back of the receiver right here. Now you want to get the meat of your right hand on your op rod, hold it in place, and push down with your thumb. Now, if it doesn't slam shut, all you got to do is hit your op rod and shut it. Now, that's a proper way to avoid what's called M1 thumb, and that's when you're trying to push a clip down in there and your action, your op rod goes forward and you get your thumb caught in the bolt face. You want to avoid that at all costs. Now, to unload it, put your hand over the receiver and pull your op rod back, and your first round comes out like that. Then on the left side of the receiver, there's a release for the clip. Put your hand over the receiver again, push that release, and the clip comes out with your remaining 7 rounds. That's how to properly load and unload your M1 Garand. Okay, so let's get into the teardown of the Garand. It's actually fairly easy. Let's get our sling out of the way. We don't have to take it off. We just need to get it kind of out of the way. Your trigger guard holds the whole trigger group in, and if you pull back on the trigger guard right here, you'll pop it free, which then releases the entire trigger group just like that. Once that's taken out, the whole rear and lower stock comes right off. That's it. Now we're into the action. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is get the op rod spring, the follower rod, which is connected to the follower arm by 2 tangs over here. We want to get that out. It's under spring pressure, but you can pull this forward, get it off the tangs, and be careful to let the pressure off as you get the op rod spring out. And it is fairly long. Now we can set that aside. Okay, the next thing we want to get out of here is your bullet guide, your op rod catch, your follower, and then your follower arm. Now that's all held in place by one pin, and it goes left to right. You're looking at the left side of the receiver. It comes out the right side over here. It's the only punch you're going to need. Usually that pin that sits right here comes out fairly easy. Yeah, just give it a tap and it will come out. Oh, it fell right out. There it is. There's your pin. Again, right to left. Put that aside. Now, bullet guide, follower arm, follower, and the op rod catch all just come right out. So this is your bullet guide. This is your follower arm. This is your op rod catch. And then your follower comes out. At this point, we're ready to get the op rod out of the rifle. All right, so now let's get the op rod out. When the op rod slides along your receiver here, there's a notch. There's a notch back here, and there's a tang in the op rod. As you're coming back, it's going to pop up out, and when it pops up, it actually pops off the tang of the bolt. So the bolt is free at this point. Push the bolt back, your op rod just drops right out. There's your op rod out. Now at this point, push your bolt forward. You just sort of have to wiggle it a little bit. It's going to turn, and then your bolt comes out. So that's really breaking it down for a field strip. However, we can go one step further. All right, so next we're going to get the gas cylinder out. Now, GIs were issued a cleaning kit and a tool that took the gas rod screw off and also could take down the bolt, and it was stored in the butt plate. There's a little compartment back here where all of those tools sit. Cleaning kits back here. I'm not going to pull it all out. We want the one tool here that is the bolt takedown tool, and then the gas cylinder screw right here at the front of the gas cylinder. That tool acts like a screwdriver. You just turn that screw right out. Now that's going to loosen up your gas cylinder lock, which spins right off. Spin that off. And then your whole gas cylinder comes right off the barrel. And your front handguard slides off the barrel. Now at this point, I mean, other than taking the barrel off, you are completely broken down, ready for it. Okay, so the bolt teardown, there's two ways to do it. There's a GI way with the GI tool, which is fairly cumbersome, difficult, hard. There's a much easier way. They make a bolt breakdown tool. Hornady makes it. I have one from Matrix Precision. It's a bolt takedown for either the M1 or the M14 bolt. And it's really very simple. We want to get, we want to be able to put pressure on the ejector right here, which is under spring pressure. Right there is the ejector. That's under spring pressure. And the extractor, and behind the extractor is a plunger and pin that holds the extractor forward. And then the firing pin goes the length of the bolt, and this is the back of the firing pin right here moving. So what we're going to do in this tool, there is a little stud right here that's going to go onto the ejector right here, we're going to put pressure on using this handle as we close it. Then underneath the back of the extractor, there's a pin that goes all the way through, very much like the M1 carbine. And this little plunger right here is going to push the extractor out for us. So we're going to drop it in the tool. We're going to put pressure on this to bring it all the way forward. And as you see, we're putting tension on the ejector. Now, we're going to need the workbench to put pressure on this plunger and actually push the extractor out. You want to put your hand over it because it's going to pop out. Put down pressure on, and here comes your extractor. The plunger doesn't pop out like the M1 carbine. Just slowly release pressure on your bolt. Take it out of the tool. And then we have our ejector and ejector spring right here. And in the ejector, it's notched, just like the M1 carbine. And that notch, when you put it back together, has to sit in line with a hole right here so that the pin from the extractor can hold that in place. And then the firing pin just slides right out the back. There's our entire firing pin. Okay, and finally, the plunger and pin that sit behind the extractor on the right side of the bolt, this lug here, it's not coming out real easy. I've got a very thin punch. Just put a little pressure on it, pull it forward, and grab it. And there's the plunger and spring that sit behind the extractor. So that is the entire teardown. Okay, so that's the entire teardown of the M1 Garand, including the bolt and the bolt teardown. So if you're liking our content, if you're liking our channel, please hit like, subscribe. All your support's appreciated. Remember to hit the little bell so every time we drop new content, you get notified. I try to respond to comments as quickly as possible. Always appreciate the feedback and always appreciate your support. We'll see you soon for the reassembly of the M1 Garand.